everyone, welcome to Untitled Tarot. Today I'll be doing a reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of, well, actually I wouldn't put a month because this reading, it was meant to be from last December. Unfortunately, I got something came up, I couldn't put it out earlier. This is not a love reading, it's more for how the spirits can pinpoint your inner shortcoming, how you can improve yourself, because often we can only see others but we can't quite see ourselves, or maybe we don't even have the how do I say, maybe sometimes our own ego is too high up there, we wouldn't want to admit it, even we know, or we might don't know. But this reading is to pinpoint in what area you can improve about yourself, so that hopefully you can manifest something better this year or in the future. Anyway, this is for Capricorn. Now everyone have their own free will, so whether you have an open mind to receive this message, it is really up to you. Okay, here we go. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Capricorn. So it's not just for your sun sign, but also, your moon sign, your Venus sign as well. Because if you have a very heavy placement in the other two area, this reading will definitely be for you as well. If you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart as well. Anyway, you will know. So Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn, you know what I'm picking? I feel like you are really focused on the abundance, the happily ever after, the sort of dream in your life. You're so focused on creating this happiness in your life, right? Having everything, having a soulmate, having kids, having all the emotion fulfillment. You pretty much got it all set, and you are moving towards to it. However, I feel like when it comes to actually offering it to somebody, or even tempting to offering to someone, you're not too sure about it. And we're going to look into more why. Now, bear in mind, this is not like a love reading, but this is more to pinpoint about yourself. Capricorn is about yourself, what you can do to improve yourself, so that hopefully you can manifest something easier, because these are like obstacles we're talking about. So from what I'm saying is I'm picking up that you have again, Page of Pentacles, same as this one. Now I'm just picking your ideal of happiness, your ideal of abundance. You have almost like a blueprint in your head, and you're moving towards to it. However, when it comes to actually implement it, like actually doing it, you are more just sort of holding on the idea rather than do it. or maybe you're still sort of standing still where you are, sort of still looking at how to manifest, how to achieve the way you want even better. However, but I feel like you're not doing much of it. In life, you're not doing much. You don't actually have a relationship to do it. I feel like here is saying that I'm picking up here like you don't actually have a real relationship to make it, to make this all happily ever after happening. It's more like a fairy tale, you look from the book, and you feel like, oh, I wanted to meet such and such, and I wanted how a relationship flawless, in a certain way, and I don't know, it's more like an idea to me, but when it actually comes to doing it, I don't feel like you are doing it right. Let's put it this way. For example, what I'm saying is, you wanted to have a very, very solid foundation with someone. However, when it comes to relationship, I'm getting this sense of you moving really fast. You could also give someone the feeling that you are a bit flighty. You kind of in and out. And 1 minute you are really hot, and the other next minute you're really cold. That sort of thing. Because I'm feeling that I'm picking that you're moving really fast. But then when it comes to time, it needs you to offering it and showing it to the other person, you are not showing as much as it should be. It's all about work. I feel like you are paying more attention. Your focus is more on work rather than relationship, love, this sort of thing. And also be aware, Capricorn, sometimes the things coming out from your mouth, it can be a bit harsh to the person that you like, to your partner, or to your loved ones. That's what I'm picking. Your energy here, I'm picking up, it's so swift, it's really fast. It's almost like no one can really stop you for a moment, unless you decided you have the time to stop for a moment and exchange your emotion. But still, I feel like you never quite sit still. Even though you're in a relationship, I feel like a lot of the time you could also be silent, or you can also keep secrets as well. So this is the problem here. It all comes back to you having this happily ever after blueprint in your head. You feel like you got it all figured out, but in the end, it's just bringing you through your soul. And I wonder why. So this is what the spirit is saying. You need to, I think you need to prioritize and balance out the two things. You have your work life going on fine, but at the same time, you see how you will be actually sitting down and really concentrate on your work. You really focus on it. You want to make every coin perfect. This is your energy, but that is when it comes to work. Now, when it comes to relationship and stuff, you almost like just flying everywhere. You're riding a horse, you come in with your passion, whatever, but then you're stopping by and then you make a turn and off you go like a, you know, like a dust. Again here, the Chariot. So that is not very balancing, and this is required if, let's say even you're in a relationship. I don't think that relationship is as happy as you thought it is, if you are happy in a relationship. So here they were saying, regardless you're in a relationship or not, if you want to truly manifest the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which is, you know, one of the best cards in tarot, which you have everything tangible, but you have to put in the real deal. You have to put in the right kind of effort to achieve it. So yeah, the Three of Swords clarify with the King of Swords. Again, it's really harsh. You have, when it comes to abundance, when it comes to emotions involving with another person, I feel like you are just putting on this cold, harsh face. You are very decisive, no doubt about it. You feel like you really know what you want, but with this harshness energy together, I don't know how it's going to bring pure joy into your life, into whoever you're going to be with next, because it's just going to end up heartbroken, really. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So from what I'm picking, even though you could also found your match, or if you haven't yet, you will at some point. But it's just saying that there will always be this conflict between the two of you, even though no matter how well in the other area you guys are so compatible, so, you know, match with one another, very understanding about each other. But then when it comes to emotions, your mindset, I would feel like both of you will always have this king and queen energy, which you guys are going to have a stand between the two of you. You guys were always going to argue about things, and despite there is a Sun card here, but it was in between the two of you. There was an in between the two of you, so the Sun will not always be out. That's the thing. It will eventually turn to this Three of Swords. So they were saying that you need to be mindful about this, because if you're not going to put the right energy into it, if you're going to be so analytical to the other person, just because you think there are certain things you got it all figured out, but if you don't know how to how do I say, be flexible about it, be open-minded about it, and try to think of other perspective, it's just not going to work out. And which is a shame, because I feel like in a way you can be quite brilliant, Capricorn, because Capricorn is the oldest earth sign out of the Virgo and Taurus, and you guys have the really wise old thinking of how things should be and all that. But the problem is sometimes you can be quite stuck with your belief. Like once you learn about a certain belief, you will really stick with it. You won't easily change. But it's not always going to be the right kind of belief, you see. So they were saying that controlling, is by controlling how you want things to be, there's nothing you can do. Like you just have to you need that balance as well between your career and personal life. Like I already mentioned earlier, I feel like you put in a lot of your time and concentration on work, and sometimes that can also affect your love life or relationship between other people. And you can also be quite harsh on those people by defending your work life. You just tell them, well, this is what I do, I need to make money, and this is my work is my life is everything. So this can call it a bit of problem. And they were saying you need to allow the love and support of others to be in, rather than trying to handle everything. This is another thing. You can also be, trying to handle everything yourself. Because I feel like you are someone quite capable of doing things or of achieving things normally. Because you're a very analytical person. But this can also be an obstacle between you manifesting whoever you want into your life. And I'm picking up the message that you need to let go of all those. This is a high priestess. It's also about inner knowing, or about intuition, also like wisdom and all that. But at the same time, this energy also can be secretive. It also can be kind of like know-it-all, like you don't want to have this combination together with the King of Swords, because sometimes I'm picking, you also feel like I said, you already got the blueprint in your head. So when it comes to running things, you just want to do it your way and do it all yourself. They're trying to just let others in, to share other things as well, and don't just do everything yourself, because this can also take the pressure off and stimulate the relationship, like to balance out things in life. Anyway, this is your message, Capricorn. I think I'm running a little too long for Capricorn, but anyway, that's the message. I want to do it. And now we're going to Aquarius now. Hope you enjoyed the reading, Capricorn. Please click like, share, subscribe, or even comment if you like this video. That really helps to circulate the video, and I truly appreciate it. Alright, Aquarius. Aquarius. So this is for Aquarius. Okay. Okay, Aquarius. So, let me just have a... Sometime I pause for a little bit because I need to pick up the energy. So bear with me, Aquarius. Now, bear in mind, this is not a love reading. This is a reading for, self-improvement. What sort of things we don't see about ourselves, our shortcomings, how we can improve ourselves, and hopefully we can, manifest our abundance, or even our next relationship in a positive way. Let me just see. Aquarius, you know what I'm picking? You have 3 kings. You already have 3 kings in this reading, yeah. Having so many kings in the reading is not necessarily a good thing. It can be a good thing, but it also can be, it also can be a problem. So let's dive deeper into it. Okay, so Aquarius, I feel like you're quite shutting your emotions out. You don't really want to, open yourself, at least for now. I'm not saying forever, at least for now. I think because in the past you have been hurt, and you're just not bothered anymore. But it's not like you don't have offer coming in. You do have offer coming in, I feel like. So I know it might sound like a love reading, but it's not. I'm just trying to pick, what sort of shortcoming you have. I feel like, when it comes to mature, they were saying that it can still be a bit more mature, or at least, if for some of you, it can be also just based on the sexual energy. So let's say if you wanted to get into another relationship and all that, they say just make sure don't come off as as like a young kid, just like, maybe it's about the physical thing, it's about the physical attraction first. Again, Page of Wands and then Queen of Swords. So they're saying that obviously, when you attract to somebody, or someone attracted to you, of course you will have that physical attraction, but I'm getting as well, you need to be a little bit analytical as well, to balance it out, to make sure that, hey, you don't want any BS, or also for you not to give any BS to anyone by keeping things a bit more clear, not only to yourself but to others as well. Well, this is the thing. You can. They say don't offer something to someone so lightly, or don't accept an offer from someone so easily, just by, let's say, spying on each other or spying the other person on social media. Or I feel like, again, you need to, before you get into another relationship, let's say, you need to do a bit more practical work. For instance, you need to observe their behavior, you need to observe their mindset, or you have to be aware of your mindset and your behavior. Either way, before you making the offer or taking the offer. I would say it's more you. Like before you trying to offer anyone things, you really need to think straight and think harder and get to really know the other person. Yeah. There you go. Before you really know to work things out with someone, there's the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, you need to be quite analytical about it. Because, like I said, I feel like perhaps you also don't know the other person long enough, well enough, and then you jumped into it, you just dive into it, and that might not necessarily turn out the way you want. And also I feel like there's a part of you can be a shower, like you can be someone who more like doing this more like for an ego thing, sort of like just prove to yourself like, oh, you know, I still got it maybe, or you know, or maybe even just to, you know, prove to other people around you, just saying, you know, look at me, you know. Not always the case, but the reason why I said that, because you have the Nine of Pentacles with the Six of Wands card. So sometimes the Six of Wands card, I feel like, you know, it means someone wants to come back in a victory. But let's say if you come back showing that you're in a new relationship or something, but deep down inside you're still acting like a single person. If not, another message is saying that if you want to make a comeback, if you really want to manifest this relationship with some other person, I also feel like you need to make sure financially you are stable, where you're comfortable, and then work your way up there. There's two different messages, yeah? Now, speaking of someone that earlier, like I said, making a choice, I'm picking for some of you as well. You can also be a little bit, remember I told you, like immature, like you can be just a shower because maybe you have options, you know, you kind of want to choose, you want to kind of like maybe date around a bit and just to get the feel of it and see what it's like. But they say that choosing the right person, it's fine, but you need to be fair about it. You need to be fair about it. Don't play around with people's feelings. Yeah, don't be like a one-sided thing ended up. Just make sure you let the other person knows that you're not quite ready yet. You still sort of want to take it slow because you want to be sure, you know. But in an honest, you know, with honesty. And So yes, otherwise you will create a lot of conflict for yourself. You create a lot of conflicts. You create a lot of like chaos for yourself, because ended up there'll be people fighting between you, and you ended up feeling very burdened because something is not turning out right. So this is what they're trying to say, Aquarius. You need to like act right and mature. And trust me, not a lot of people are, willing to admit it. Because, the minute someone say that to you guys, you'll take it in a very defensive way, and well, then you're not meant to listen to this message. I'm reading for those who are ready to be open and receive the message. All right. Yeah, they said you have to, put the right seed and plant it in the right manner. Because all your efforts, all the investment, they will always have a reward come back in the future, well, good or bad, but you just need to be patient with it. Because if sometime you can, remember, like I said, you want to offer people things and all that, but somehow your energy is not quite balanced. So it's almost like when you plant the seed, if maybe, let's say, the soil that you use is not healthy, or maybe where you plant the seed, the spot where you put it is not enough sun, that could also affect the outcome of the plant, right? So this is exactly what the card was saying, that you need to plan and do things in the right way. Yeah, this message is keep repeating to me. There's something about you is missing. I feel like it's not like consistent thing. Like it's not like how do I say it? It's like for example, your baby has arrived, right? You have a newborn baby, and you know very much that is a very critical time. That is a very crucial time. Sorry, it's a very crucial time for you to nurture this baby. You're nurturing a life, so it's like almost like you're nurturing a new relationship. You have to put whatever you've got into it. You have to just, all your focus got to be on the baby. This, for example, right? And same as a relationship. I'm not saying to lose yourself, not to do anything, not to go to work. No, I don't mean that. But you have to nurture the relationship in the right way, right? You can't make other people at least feel like it's just about sex. Maybe that is not what you're thinking. Maybe, let's say, you are serious about the relationship, but maybe because your action somehow it's showing them that you're giving them sort of like a crumbs and all that. So you could also make people feel like you don't take the relationship seriously as well. So it's almost like you're having a baby, when at times the baby needs to be fed, you'd rather go out and hang out with your friends or something. Do you know what I mean? So you need to do the right thing at the right time. Okay, I hope Capricorn, you like your reading. Let's move on to Aquarius. Bear in mind, again, this is not a love reading. This is just to pinpoint what you need to know about your demon self, and perhaps what you can do to improve it, to change it in order to manifest something better in life. But it does require an open heart to listen to it. Otherwise, this is not for your message. Aquarius, what do you want them to know about themselves, please? Aquarius. Sorry, I do this in reverse. I don't do it in reverse. Well, this message definitely pinpoint what you need to change in order to manifest your next relationship, your possible next relationship. So now, Aquarius, you've been through it. You've been through the time where you have not done things in the right way, or you have experienced someone have not done things in the right way towards to you, and there is loss there. There is resentment there, and especially when you feel like you have put in so much work, time, money into something, but in the end it's a lost cause. That's how you felt in the past, and this energy has been lingering on to you for quite some time, I must say. Luckily, you have moved on. Or if you haven't moved on yet, this is what they want you to do: is you move forward. You leave your past behind and you move forward. Whatever doesn't serve you, you move forward in order to find new love. But when I say find new love, it don't always necessarily mean like a relationship, like romance. This Ace of Cups, it also means that spiritual love within you. Yeah. So here I feel like you could also be someone holding on too much. You're holding these 4 coins very tightly. These 4 coins, it varies. It depends on what is important to you. For some people is money, for some people is belief, for some people is their time, for some people is their energy, for some people is their understanding of love, So, but there is this energy you have been holding back a lot of it. I think because in the past you have perhaps you felt like, well, I have invested a lot, and in the end, I have someone walked away, I have someone quit on me, and well, now I've learned that I'm not gonna give all of what I have anymore, But that is exactly the opposite you should be feeling. In fact, you should ask yourself in the past what you have done to cause that happen. Yeah, first of all, they don't want you to think and juggle about the past anymore. Don't go back and forth wonder now. You gotta tame yourself. You gotta tame yourself how to be acting right. Sitting there and not actually doing something, at the end of the day, you're not achieving anything, right? You're just still in between of thinking and how to do the right thing. In here, it's a matter of fact, they want you to start acting right, doing the right thing, So let's say if you have a child, or if you have children, you need to act like a father. Yeah, if you're not a male, it's just saying that you need to act right. Your mindset got to be right. You need to do the right things, because just because someone is an emperor, it does not mean they always act right. They can be very authoritative. They could also have this manipulative energy. It really depends. So they're saying that you need to act right. You know, as an emperor, he is someone who know what to do to make sure everything is right. Doesn't matter it's outside or the inside. He is very emotionally in tune as well, and fair. You know, within his power, he needs to do everything right. A combination of Queens of Wands is also act on to it. It's someone who is super in tune with their action, their energy, the emotions. They also, you know, act on to it. So they say you need these two balance in life. Where's the Chariot? You have the Devil card came out. Now, I see you moved on, but you have moved on with baggages. That's the problem. This flew out on a sideway, either sideways or, you know, in reverse. Like, I feel like you have moved on from your past trauma, or, you know, bad relationship or experience, whatever, but you haven't actually dealt with it with a right manner. So you're actually taking all these toxic, you know, baggages with you, which is not a way to move on as well, because you have to address what you have done, and you have to be sorry for what you've done as well, your part, perhaps what you can do, what you could do better, you know, what things you've done to cause other pain. You know, you have to get into that introspection, basically, when you moved away from it. But you haven't, though. That's the thing. And this is why, oh yeah, you haven't. And then this is like the Three of Cups energy. So not only you haven't, but you carry on your merry way and just do party, do the fun things, do whatever in life. You've never dealt with it, Aquarius. You've never dealt with it. It's still, you're lingering. You're still doing it. This is why you won't be able to find profound abundance. You're not ready yet. And even so, there is, you need to have that spiritual awakening. You haven't had that yet. All right, Four of Wands, Taurus. So, I mean, I can see how you very much want a stable, happy home, happy life. You even perhaps want a relationship with someone. But before you can manifest this in real life, you must release this energy, this Four of Coins energy. Because Four of Coins energy is holding back. You're not being selfless about it. You know, how can you ask for this much, someone give you this, when you're holding so many things back within your energies? It's just not, it's not balanced. So they are saying that if you want this abundance, this Four of Wands, happily ever after, a relationship, a solid foundation, a solid commitment with someone, you must willing to let go of this toxic energy. Either it's ego or manipulation, or being irresponsible, being having the guts to admit the mistake, blah 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 blah. I don't know what it is. You would know. Yeah. I'm sure someone in your life have told you, but you might don't agree, or you might refuse to listen to it, and you are taking all these baggages with you. So they're saying, oh gosh, they're saying sometimes all you need is you just have to be sorry. You just have to feel sorry. You just have to come back and give a sincere apology to someone, offer apology to someone, because I felt like you haven't done that yet. And you need to, because this will always haunt you somehow. You need to apologize, they said. As I said, you need to apologize. Another page of cup, came out. Look, this is your page of cup. Say sorry. Say sorry. They keep reminding you have to say sorry. You have to. Now, it's not just a word. Sorry is not just a word. Sorry is an energy. Sorry is something that you need to having a heartfelt apology to someone, that the other person can sincerely feel that you mean it. It's not it's not pretending. And you also have to willing to let go of those crazy thoughts that bothering you. Yeah. So the reason why you can apologize to the other person or willing to admit your mistake and be true to yourself is because all this disappointment that you've been through with this person, you feel like this person have left you in the cold, you feel like this person have let you down, but I felt like you've never really asked yourself, why would this person want to let you go at the first place? Why would this person put you out in the cold at the first place? Have you asked the other person that? No, you haven't, have you? You have too much of this ego issue that you must dealt with it. If you don't deal with it, then you're not moving towards anything better. Because when you jump into another relationship, you will go through the same thing again. Death. Transformation is a transformation you need to. Aquarius, you need to do it. Once you do it, it will bring you the sun. It will bring you joy. If you have a child with someone, your child will be even happier. If you don't worry about it. But I just picked that up. If some of you might have child, because the Emperor card flew out earlier. Also, that indicates some of you it's a father figure, and that's why they said you need to do the right thing. Now, I'm picking up some messages as well here. I think because of this whole trauma that you've been through, you feel like you're not able to open up yourself again and be intimate with others. Now, when it comes to intimate, I don't mean always is about physical intimacy. Intimate is also about having your heart naked, open up your heart and expose your vulnerable side, and willing to talk through it, and also willing to share your thoughts and experience, your emotions about it. That in that part, I feel like you have shut down. You have fear to be open to others again. I feel like this whole experience have sort of just completely make you shut down and not be able to, do right. Yeah, and again, the universe was saying, what I'm picking up from the card is ask you to open the, infinite nature of abundance. So in a way, you can remove blocks in your life, and you can just go and manifest your dream. But it's just a matter of whether you're willing to do it or not. You have the sun here, like I said. The sun, the sun, it represents joy and succeed, and the only way to enjoy all this, the sun, is to have gratitude, to have gratefulness, right? So whatever experience you have been through, although it's death, but that also brings life again. It's a transformation. So you must ask yourself to learn how to learn from this whole experience, but only learn the good things and leave the bad one behind. So, let's say you have done someone's wrong, you have hurt someone, I'm sure, no one is perfect as well. Then just focus on doing the right things your own. Doesn't matter what other have hurt you. That's their karma. They will have to deal with it themselves, right? In their own time, in their own way. But it's no point for you to, sit in this energy with sorrows and resentment and anger and whatever, stubbornness. For what? It just ended up torture yourself and delay your next abundance coming in, right? And also, you want to bring out the best version of yourself, not the worst version, right? So yeah, I think, Aquarius, you must go in and release this toxic behavior, so in order to have this spiritual transformation, endings that lead to new beginnings, really. The need to release situational people that holds you back, right? People is not meant to be in your life, then it's not. But then I feel like you could also be the cause of this as well. So now you have to ask yourself how you can make things better, right? When I ask people to move on with their experience, from their experience, it does not mean being, being snobbish or anything, just sort of arrogance and walked away and without asking himself and, just to see what have they done causes that, and if there anything they can do better. No, I never ask people walked away, moved on with that kind of energy. You walked away, you moved on, but in a positive manner, positive energy, like believe that you're ready for the next, abundance. But a lot of people, I think they didn't get it, which is, in order to get your next abundance, you must go through this. In a way, it's like reflection of yourself. It's like a flashback, thinking about the whole experience you just had, what you can learn from it. A lot of people don't care. They just want to move on. They don't care how they have, how they have hurt other people. They don't care about what sort of thing they've done to other people. They don't care about perhaps they need some time to heal and think and meditate and recover. And then no, they skip all of that and then they just jump into the next relationship, which is not going to work, and it's never going to work. Anyway, Aquarius, thanks for stopping by. I hope this reading helps you out. If you like this reading, I would really appreciate if you like, share, subscribe, or even comment. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, let's go to Pisces. How are you, Pisces? Now, please bear in mind that this is not a love reading. It might sound like it, but it's not. It's basically the cards, they will pinpoint like what you need to improve about yourself in order to manifest something better in life. Whatever it is, it could manifest career or relationship or whatever. But there's something about you needs to be improved. Perhaps that you don't know about it. We often don't see our own flaws. We can only see others, but a lot of people, they can't see themselves, or maybe their ego is too high or too big. And so, this message is for those who have an open mind for it. If not, then this message is not meant to be for you and you don't have to watch it. All right, Pisces. Well, Pisces. I don't know whether in the past you have done something shady and you have disappointed another person, or the other person have done this to you. Anyhow, but from what I'm picking is I feel like right now it makes you become very guarded, become very, how do I say, guarded in a way, because you are still going through this transformation, because something has come to an end in your life, whatever that is, and because that episode have comes to an end, that's why it makes you become guarded as well. I feel like it also make you start seeing, you can't really quite see where is your happily ever after. Yeah, you've really been through it, Pisces. You feel like you have lost it all, no matter it's emotionally or when it comes to money wise, or when it comes to things that you have invested into your previous episode, whatever that is. I feel like, in your mind it's like a total lost call, and this is why you become very, very guarded. And okay, most likely it related to a relationship, or it can also relate it to your mother, but also a wife, it depends. This whole things you have been through, I think now have brought you to a place where you actually have quite a lot of choices in life, or things that you desire, but it's really funny. I feel like on one hand you want to take a leap of faith, but on the other hand you still get all confused with how to move forward, or how to manifest what you want, what is the next things you want. That could also be some of you. Yes, some of you have some financial problem. If not, it's just your energy is still very juggling. And we're going to dive deeper into that. Well, this is the thing. Like, I don't think you're really juggle with money and stuff, but it's more like your mindset. I feel like, for one, you have to let go of what happened in the past. That's why you become very analytical, but to the point that you're very guarded. You can be putting on this cold face. It's really funny. It's here that I'm gonna show you. Yeah. So you have this like King of Soul energy, which is like a very cold face. Like he know what he wants, but then on the other hand, he will, and sometimes he was still willing to come out and express his gesture and express his emotion to others, but in a very limited way, you know, because Page is not a deep emotions, right? It's just like, you know, something little to others. And then you will have someone, well, like you, just go out party hard and all this stuff. So I feel like you know what I wanted to let you say to you, Pisces. I feel like there is somebody within your energy who can possibly an Empress as well. Empress is someone who how do I say, someone who is very nurturing, very loving, very well balanced, very giving, but I feel like when it comes to dealing with that person, you can also be someone who don't know what to do, don't know how to act anymore. And because you have all these choices, you got all this partying, whatever happening around you, so you would rather go with, you know, go with the easy way. And somehow you could be missing out on, you know, with this person. Just saying, right? This is like a side story that I'm picking up as well. Because of your very analytical mind. Yeah, I think again right now they were saying that you are still mourning about your past. You are still, as much as you know, you're showing to the world that, oh, you're very happy, you are all fine from the outside, you're doing a lot of amazing things, whatever, but inside, deep down, you're actually hurt. You're still trying to get past this disappointment from whoever that you were with. You're still trying to heal the energy you were disappointed and all that stuff. But at the same time, I feel like you might be someone not necessarily want to admit the truth or willing to tell the truth. This is the problem with you, Pisces, they were saying. Because, you know, the first two cards, when there is Seven of Wands and the Death card, I feel like you're going through this transformation with whatever is ending, but instead of learning from the mistake, instead of learning from the experience, you rather to choose being so guarded, being so defensive about it. I feel like then you're not really learning from the experience. So whatever experience we have in life is a lesson, no matter good or bad. You know, we all have the ability to decide how we look at the experience. You can choose to cry and moan and curse on the experience, but what does that actually help you? The outcome is just to help you being a bit more resentful, be more aggressive, be more stubborn, etc., right? Because you're not allowing yourself to learn and see what you can do to improve yourself, or even reflect on your own mistake, because, you know, no one is perfect. But I'm picking up, you know, this whole experience, you haven't quite reacted the way you should. There's a lot of holding back energy, there's a lot of denial energy, there's a lot of like using a wrong way to deal with your past disappointing experience. for instance, you would rather choose and go out and party and use other substance to numb you. This is just for example, right? But instead, you could have gone within and, you know, let yourself to be alone for a certain amount of time and meditate and reflect on what you've done, trying to be grateful. You know, that if you're using the wrong way, then you won't be able to, you know, manifest what you want in life. You do want someone to be able to work with you on things, but I feel like you skipped the middle part of it. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I feel like, you know, your time has come, but you sort of delayed the whole thing by not allowing yourself to do it in a positive way, to face it in a positive way. So that can also delay your new start. And they say you also need to learn how to communicate, right? And don't be so sensitive with criticism. I don't know what that means, but I just got that from it as well. So you need to be able to, you know, communicate better and willing to express your emotions as well. And trying to balance your life, they were also saying. And you need to trust yourself with your decision, right? Because often I feel like sometimes you get affected by, influenced by other people, what they think or their opinion, and affect how you actually feel. And they say you need to be confident that you are choosing the right path, but you have to also do it right. And, you know, allowing yourself to learn to be better. Anyway, thanks for Pisces. I hope you liked the reading. If so, please like, share, and subscribe, or even comment. I would really appreciate it. Take care for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.